Hi everyone, I'm Nikshita and this is my teammate Srivarshini, and we are here with the founder of Artbeats and co-founder of Pain Bar, Nishka Mehta. Ma'am, firstly, we would like to thank you for being here for the interview. Could you please introduce yourself?
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me, Sri Varshini and Nikshita. Firstly, like you said, my name is Nishka. I am the founder of Artbeat, which I started about 8.5 years ago. It was right before my graduation from Christ College, which is where I studied BBM and I specialized in marketing. It was basically a passion project, but started out of sheer boredom and because I did not know what to do because I was not placed in any particular campus jobs or anything like that. I basically had no idea of what I'm going to do. So I decided to start selling my paintings that I had made over 2 weeks. And that's how Artbeat started. So basically, I'm an artist now, a full-time professional artist. And yeah, that's what I do for a living. It's fun.
So, how did your journey begin and when did you decide to turn your passion into your profession?
So exactly like I said, right? So I was so bored that in 2 weeks I made about 20 odd paintings. And because I did not know what to do with it, I decided to sell them.
Okay.
That kind of properly, if you want to tell me, when it became a profession, I think it was a very smooth process. The transition was very seamless, where I moved from this being something I'm doing on the side as a hobby to a profession. In about a year's time, I knew this is what I want to do because I saw the market and I saw how much potential there is very early on. When I started selling hand painted products, I realized there's a big market for this. So yeah.
Okay. So, what is your main motive when you started Artbeats?
I wanted to specially concentrate on hand painted products. I realized that very early, I realized that, everyone believes that paintings and, it's all expensive and things like that. So when I started selling hand painted products, my idea was to keep it very simple. Anyone should be able to afford it. And I wanted it to be a part of daily utility products, which is why I started selling coasters, fridge magnets, key holders, everything hand painted, with the idea that art can be in your day-to-day activities as well. So that was my main motive when I started. But eventually it became a part of interiors and things like that as well, which is when I started painting walls. But my main motive till date as well is to make sure that art is affordable and that we don't simply just charge an extra cost for it. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay, the next question. Though all experiences are good, what was that one bad experience that you had that helped you in your journey?
I wouldn't call it a bad experience, but because I mean you're judged because you don't look like an artist at times, right? So that was an experience that taught me very early on when I was about 21. So I learned when I was visiting big companies for wall murals that they don't look at you as a professional artist if you're not looking like one. So your work speaks for itself, but the way you dress up, the way you look as well, kind of matters. But I've not had any major bad experiences, to be honest, because I like to be planned in what I do. So I show everyone that, this is how it's going to look digitally. And then after that, I make sure I paint it on the wall. But I've not had any majorly bad experiences. I think the hardest time for me was COVID, where like everyone else, work went on a standstill, and yeah, that's about it. I don't think I had such a major bad experience, but I think there were small things here and there that you learn. That this is how you can build a business. This is how you can face losses. So yeah, I take it slow. I don't like rush into things. I take it slow, which helps.
Okay. Okay. Any two advice that you would want to give young artists who are very hesitant, to take this as their profession? Everyone has this as a hobby and things like that. But to take this as a profession, any advice that you would want to give them?
I think to be fearless, because when I started, like I said, I was about 2021, and I was not very worried about what everyone's going to say. right? And that helped me a lot. That helped me for the first 2-3 years to establish my business. Now when I do things and if I think about, okay, is this going to do well or not, that delays my whole procedure. So the first main advice I give everyone is just start without thinking, because you don't know what's in store till you just start, right? You might start with selling hand painted products, but you might end up doing something completely different. So it's very important to start without thinking. That's one. And two is because of the kind of social media reach we have and the kind of abilities we have, right? We can reach anyone across the world to use that to your full potential. So to post it wherever possible, to show off a little, so that everyone knows what you can do.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, the fifth question is, how does the future look like for you and for Artbeats?
Okay, so I have painted about 52 walls till date. So I have a goal in my mind that I want to reach 100. So hopefully that, if COVID allows it. And otherwise, in terms of my team, I want to grow my team as well. Not in terms of who's painting the wall, but in terms of Artbeat and Paint Bar, I want my team to grow. Where we host more workshops, we corporate events, private events, anything. Again, because I had gotten into wall murals, about 3 years into Artbeat, I stopped selling hand painted products, 3 or 4 years into Artbeat. So this year I'm getting back to that as well. I'm restarting my e-commerce store. So that's something I'm getting back to. So yeah, I hopefully that grows into something bigger and more corporate gifting as well, like I used to do before.
Okay, so we have a last question for you. In the Christ University, what were the experiences that you had which helped you in your journey?
Okay, quite a few. So I keep saying this, my biggest experience from Christ was the networking. Because I was in BBM, it was such a different field. I ended up meeting entrepreneurs, chefs, different people, right? Marketing professionals. Everyone has grown into starting their own businesses or working for companies. And that has helped me grow my business, because when they think of an artist, they contact me because we met in Christ. Right? So in terms of networking, it was amazing. There are some people just, that I was walking across campus, I would have seen them once or twice, and I end up working with them 3 years later, and you never know that, right? I never knew that if I'm going to be working with this person 3 years later. So that was the biggest thing, where I could network very seamlessly. Since I was in marketing, I learned a lot of things in terms of, so my main source of marketing till date is just word of mouth. And that helped a lot, because in fests and things like that, we learned so many things of marketing and how to spread word through your work, right? It's not necessarily that you need to invest money to make sure that your work has been shown to everyone. So yeah, that. But mostly, I say most of my clients are all Christ people, so are all people that I've maybe not studied with, but were on campus. So networking was the biggest thing for sure.
Oh, thank you. It was a great session having you here with us, ma'am. Yeah.
And I hope you all have a great year ahead. I know the experience is different when it's online, but yes, hopefully soon for all of you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.